Hey ladies and gentlemen, Paul here for another instalment of Sagacious Sundays, ably assisted by my mate looking down from above, Dira Wong, up here behind me. So today's saying or idiom is another one that's quite common and I'm sure everyone's heard. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now generally this phrase is typically used to sort of identify children who show qualities, traits, and talents that their parents also have. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, this saying actually is found through mainland Europe first. And it goes back to the first time in print was actually around 1605 in German. And I'm going to give it a go. So, der Apfel fällt nicht weit vom Baum. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now from there, it obviously went to English-speaking countries like England first, then to the newer worlds of America, Australia, New Zealand, etc. Okay, so we're now entering into the realm of generational karma, things that are passed down from father to son or grandparent to parent to children. Okay, so just as these sayings and idioms that are passed down from generation to generation are also positive, they can also have a negative connotation as well, which this one actually can have as well, that you need to be aware of. So I'm sure we've all repeated sayings, if you're a parent, okay, I'm sure we've all repeated sayings and things to our children that our parents said to us. And I can assure you, I've had things come out of my mouth and thought, my God, I never thought I'd say that, but that was my father or mother speaking right there. And I'm sure you've all got your own personal ones. I've got mine, okay? However, this is also a path where baggage and other beliefs that aren't necessarily yours are passed down from parent to child and then from parent to child again. And how that happens is you must now understand that when you're born with delta brainwaves. And so that's basically from 0 through to about 6 or 7. Babies and infants and toddlers all have these brain waves which allow for accelerated learning. You can literally pour in the information. Now the downside to that is that children don't have what we would term as adults these days, filters. So apparently, when babies are born, they only have fears of falling and loud noises. That's it. Other than that, it's literally give me the information and I'll drink it in. Now, that's good in some respects. The accelerated learning, I'm sure you've all heard that, from the age of about 0 to 7, you learn more in that time than you do for the rest of your life because you know nothing. You're starting from 0. And so literally everything is input. However, the downside to that is if we aren't careful and very present with every word we speak to children, we can pass on beliefs that may have been passed on to us. And I'll give you an easy example. So you can be playful with your own child and call them, oh, you silly Billy, you're a silly duffer, whatever you call it, to a child. Now, once maybe that's not so problematic. However, when you repeat it and repeat it, you quite literally can install a belief to the child that they're silly, not smart. Okay, and because of these brain waves that allow for a great learning with no filters, we can install unproductive beliefs. Now, this can happen literally from your grandparents to their parents and from their parents to your child. Quite unintentionally. We don't even know we're doing it. However, how many beliefs have you got that actually come from your parents? And how many of those beliefs came from their parents? So, in a funny way, our children today are still being raised by maybe our great-grandparents or grandparents. So quite literally, these children of today, in some ways, not all everything, but in some ways, are being raised by people from 100 years ago. This is a form of generational karma. Now we're starting to bring up the reason why speaking positively to our children is so important. Positive reinforcement. Tell them what you would like them to do, not what you do not want them to do. These two small statements there are the solution to avoiding, not all, but a lot of generational karma. So think about this. What beliefs have you still got that may not have actually been your own? They are actually instilled in you because of beliefs that were put to, or thoughts and actions that were put to you at a very young age. The classic one is money is evil. Okay, most people have heard that money is the root of all evil, but it's actually not the correct quote. The correct quote, for example, is when the love of money is put before all things, that is the root of all evil. But quite a lot of people grow up thinking money's the root of all evil, rich people are bad. There's good and there's bad in every level of society, so it's not necessarily true. And only when you put the love of money before all things, including your family, does it become the root of all evil. But you can now see how some beliefs are instilled by our parents and what they believed and what they thought they knew. So again, think about that for a week. What beliefs are not yours that you've just come to accept as yours? Interesting thought. Generational karma. Anyway, you have a great week, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week for the next instalment of Sagacious Sundays. So ciao for now from me and Dirawong. Ciao.